So going to 0 and x and chain spins both of it, then will face an opponents in order, then chain spins other opponents then will strictly for experience energy, then move to the next opponent. So energy and experience दोनों strictly greater होना चाहिए. Feeding the ith opponent increases experience by experience of I, but decreases energy by energy of I. Before starting the competition, you can train for some number of hours. After each hour of training, you can either choose to increase initial experience by 1 or increase initial energy by 1. Training hours required to defeat all the opponents. After each hour of training, you can either choose to increase energy. So initial energy is 5, experience is 3, and energy is this, and experience is this. So I can defeat only if my this thing is greater, right? Overall, देख लो energy कितना है? 4, 5, 8, 10. This is 10 है. Energy is 10, right? Initial energy is 5 with me. Experience में क्या है? I think so. If I defeat a person, my experience increases, right? So I can sort the energy thing in. In this case, this will be what? 2 sorted order में 1, 2, and then this 2, 1 followed by 2, 3, and then 6 and 4 and 6. Okay, so अभी energy क्या बना है? And then my experience is energy is 5, experience is 3. So I see कि this 5 can defeat this because both of them are strictly greater. So I defeat this and my energy decreases by this, so energy becomes 4 and experience becomes 5 because I add that value up. Then यहाँ 2 1 है तो अभी क्या कर सकते हैं? 2 1 है, so since like 4 and 5 is greater than this, so I go over that. This goes to 6. Now 2 is not greater than 3, so right now I need what? I need probably 2 more energy shots. So number of hours 2 hours यहाँ पे दे देंगे, इसको 4 कर देंगे, that's it. And then I will say कि when I consume 3, my energy becomes 1. and experience becomes 9. Now it's 4. To overcome this, I need 4 more shots, so that will be 6, and this will become 5. End of the day, this will become what? This will become 1, and experience will become 15. So 115 and 6 should be the answer, right? If it's not, then I have to recheck. Okay, it's saying 8. Okay, you can increase your energy to 11 after 6 hours of training and your experience. If you face the opponents in the following order, okay, you have more energy experience than the 0 opponents you win. Uh, uh, so comes this. Okay, I guess I just need to do this thing that 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 10. So I need to have 11, right? And I need to have 11. 5 and starting. After 6 hours of training, my energy will become 11. Yes. So returning 8. Okay, why? I have more 11 minus 1 is. So I cannot rearrange this. Okay, I cannot rearrange this now. So 11 minus 1 10 minus 4 is equal to 7. Okay. Energy becomes 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. And experience becomes 6 is equal to 13. So I don't have the but this can be done in a very naive way, right? Answer is 0, or I can say training hours is 0, or I in length of whatever this thing is, and 3, both will be same. I can say key if if initial energy is greater than current energy and initial experience is greater than experience of I. In that case, I know it will be able to move forward. And so I'll say this is energy of I, and my initial experience will move by experience of I. Else, I know any one of these parameters is not satisfying. Therefore, what I can say? I can say key, let's say if my initial um, energy is the one which is lacking. So if my initial energy is less than equivalent to energy of I, in that case, let's say it's currently 4 and I energy of I is 5. So how much do I need? I need energy of I minus initial energy plus 1. So अगर 5 है 5 minus 4 plus 1 मतलब 2 I need, right? Yes. If by chance my initial experience is less than equivalent to the current experience of I, in that case need में I'll just add it. So I can simply say need is equivalent to 0. So need plus equivalent to this. So यहाँ पे हो जाएगा क्या? In the same formula, just copy this thing. Write it again and again. Experience of I minus this. So यहाँ पे एक minus रखो plus 1. एक ही बात है. This thing is in progress. Yes. And I think so. Hours may I just need to add. If need end of the day I need to return hours. Let's use for example test cases run. Output should be what? 8 and 0. यार wrong हो रहा है. क्या हो रहा है? Initial energy of initial energy. Okay, spelling mistake. Initial energy. Okay. Let's run this. 8-0 runtime error again. Where is it? Line 12. Initial energy. क्या बात है इसमें 5-0 which is wrong, right? 5-0 is absolutely wrong. Okay, let's say 5 and 3 है, right? 5 and 3 है. Okay. 5 and 3 है. तो starting में जरूरत नहीं पड़ा. हाँ, so it becomes 4. Okay, so initial energy minus. Okay, so I'm not removing it. I'm not doing that. So initial energy में क्या होगा? This will be simply this minus e की value energy of for sure. And I mean this will be reduced down to 1 itself. No problem. And then this initial experience thing will go up. This initial experience will actually go up by what? By that experience which I'm encountering. In this case, it's of I. Experience of I. Run code. Should be 8 and 0. Let's submit this. Oh, we have wrong answer for this. Output is 54, but expected was 51. 1 and 1. So I need how much? इसमें अब क्या प्रॉब्लम आ गया 1 and 1, so I need 2 right? Again I need 2 here, that's 4. Expected was 51, so should I be this? Oh my god, this 57. In fact, I think so initial experience will be simply plus me, right? Because I'm not updating that. I think so. Maybe 53. Okay. +1, okay. 52 should be 51. 51. कहाँ गलती हो रहा है? Initial energy से मैंने बोल दिया experience of I. Now they should be 51, 100%. 58. Not experience but energy of I. Did run code. Still 58, which is wrong. So let's get this done. Experience of I. Let's run this. Okay. And 59 new. This will be this. Minus of this, right? So this. मेरे को करना पड़ेगा. This is not working. Which is wrong. क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गया? ना simple operation. I think so. There's some problem here. Okay. Oh, I did not. I updated the experience. It's not a problem there. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? Quadruple 1. Then we have this thing, right? It's already more than 15 minutes for this simple problem. Then we have 50 इनिशियल एनर्जी क्या है 1 एक्सपीरियंस क्या है 1 सो अभी कितना चाहिए hours needed is 1 and 1 since it's not fine, so I'll increase this by 1, this will become 2. So how much hours of training? 2 hours. Okay, now this got increased, so right now this will undergo deduction, so this will go, I mean this will become 1, this will be 2 plus 1 which is 3. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा एक्सपीरियंस प्लस इनिशियल एक्सपीरियंस प्लस नीड प्लस experience of I, so that I don't need to have it again and again. 52. Okay, there's some problem. Some. Let's see. 3 हो गया, so it's fine. Now I encounter 1 and 1. So again I need 1 more hour of training. So when this is happening, energy वापस से 1 हो गया, experience becomes 4. When I do this again, I need 1 hour of training, so that becomes 2, and I increase by 1. And as a result, this becomes 1. This will become 5 because the experience count over. Now when I come to this one, I need 1 more hour of training plus how much experience do I need to overcome 50? I need 51. So I need 50, I need how much? I need 45, 46 I need, right? So 46, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 46 plus 5 is 51, right? 51 should be my answer. Acha, so 46, right? So experience of I is 50 minus initial experience which is 5. Need कितने था? Need क्या हो सकता है? What's the problem? Need 2. Acha, okay. So this is like need 1. Need 1. Oh, need 2 is 0. And if need 1 is that, need 2 becomes this. And again, this will be need 1. This will be need 2. This will be need 1 plus need 2. Oh, run code. Still 51 right now. 53. Need 2 plus experience of 5. Let's see. Need 2 बढ़ गया ना यहाँ पे. एनर्जी में प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है क्या? एक्सपीरियंस को मैंने नीड 2 से बढ़ा दिया. मेक सेंस. एंड देन क्या हो गया इसको? एनर्जी 1 है, एक्सपीरियंसेस 1. Let's do here and do something. There are some contests wherein I don't even know how to solve this easy question. What will happen in the interviews? Energy हटा दिया. Then this is solution. This function name is like humongous. Let's have it as S. Let's have it as A. AS, right? So I can simply say AS, and then 1 experience energy क्या है 1 and then this is how much 1 8. क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है इसमें? It's very bad. So I go to the next. यहाँ पे आ गए. अभी 0 पे है, तो I guess hours will be increasing by 2. Yeah, and then हाँ सही चल रहा है. Then what is this? Again need 1 में 1 हो जाएगा. Need 2 में I guess कुछ नहीं रहना चाहिए if I'm not wrong. So हाँ, hours becomes 3. Experience is also 3. Great, that's correct. Then hours becomes 4. Then it becomes 53 all of a sudden for third index y. So in this case, initial experience is 3. Why is it 3? 3 फर्स्टली क्या हो गया इनिशियल एक्सपीरियंस के साथ कि इनिशियली जब 0 पे था तो इनिशियल एक्सपीरियंस इज व्हाट 1 सेकंड I is at 0. So initial experience में एक ज़रूरत पड़ा which is correct. Then it becomes 3. Yes. एक ज़रूरत पड़ा then it becomes 3. Next step में क्या हो रहा है कि both of them are not greater. So I go here. I check अच्छा this is the case. Then in that case I need one more, right? Need one में एक और आ जाएगा. Done. Okay. So this will happen despite, this will happen despite updating that detail. Okay, mistakes 51. I'll just submit this. It's okay. Good. On this palindromic substrings. You're given a number, you're given a string num consisting of digits only, and the largest palindromic integer in the form of a string that can be formed using digits taken from the num. It should not contain leading zeros. Largest palindromic integer, okay. It should not contain leading zeros. Notes, you do not need to use all the digits of the num, but you must use at least one digit. The digits can be reordered. At least one digit can be a palindromic number, right? What is the length? 10 to the power 5. So you cannot go for a very big one, yes. Let's say this is this and it's set key. Okay, so in this case the answer is palindromic integer, right? Then the largest palindromic integer in the form of a string that can be formed using digits taken from the num. It should not contain leading zeros. So can I just not take it either of the order? No. Okay, I can take it, right? Okay. This can be. So I can disturb the order, right? 7 and then 4, 4, 9, 4, 4, 7, right? Okay. This can be disturbed. So let's say I'll do a hash map count first. I'll do a frequency kind of a thing. The frequency is empty. एक approach to frequency वाला or value in num. I can say my value not in frequency. In that case, I'll simply say in my frequency. Let's say that value is 1. Else I say my frequency of value that's equal to 1. Conversely, instead of having else, all of those things, I'll initialize this instead. This is also fine. And now I have the frequency, right? Now, how do I distribute the frequency? So, 444,947. So, this is very simple. I have kind of done this similar problem. 444. We have 947. And then we have the digits can vary ordered, yes. And then it's saying key. You don't need to use all the digits of num. You must be using at least one digit. Okay. String that from using digits for the num, it should not contain leading zeros. So I put from the largest of it. So this could be rearranged in any way, but I have to form it in the largest way. Okay. So in this case, we have 444,947. We have 137. So what's the count of 4s? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of times 4 is there. 9 is once. If I'm not wrong, 9 is once, right? Yes, 9 is once. And then we have what we have 7 twice. 9 is done, 7 is done. 1 is once, and then I guess 3 is also once. So the thing with palindromes is that I can have a bunch of A's and this will be palindrome, but I can only have one of these one occurring numbers. So for example, I could have only 3, or I could have only 1, or I could have only 9, right? This is the trick here. So I'll definitely have a larger number because it's said that I have to form the largest palindromic integer. That's it. So if I have any one of these ones in my hash map, I'll take the largest value out of 9 1 and 3. So this iska jhamela gaya, right? Iska jhamela dimag se gaya. So I will have the largest value out of this. So 9 again. Done. Okay, this is done. And with respect to the rest of the numbers, which could be odd, right? So if it's odd, I'll just take one less. Yes, I can do that. So it could be something like 5555, but this could be also one of these representations. So odd है तो one less नहीं ले सकते हैं, कुछ देखना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है. And let's say 4 is occurring four quadruple times and then 7 is occurring twice. So I'll make sure to, I'll just sort all of these things. So if I sort them, this will become what? 7 and 4 by the largest value. So this becomes what? I'll put 7 and at the end I'll put 7. Then 4 is left 4 times. So by default I'll place 4 twice here, then 4 twice here, just split it. 7 also got split. And then at the end I'll put the largest value, in this case it's 9. So 7494447, right? 7494447. Like just consider this one. So that's a lot of zeros. So that's 0. And then 0 is occurring 4 times. And then we have 9. So 9 is occurring once. So I'll say since 0 is occurring 4 times, I can get this down to 0, 0, followed by 9, followed by 0, 0. But this will never make sense. This will never ever make sense. So to form anything with 0, I must have at least two numbers. Only one number is here. So if this were 2 nines, this could have been as 9, 9, and then a bunch of zeros in the middle. So if at all I see that the number I'm starting to form is starting with 0, I'll say okay, let's stop. Let's ignore it and let's move on to the next phase. In this case, it's only 9, so 9 is the output. Okay, and what are the edge cases here? Edge cases could be, let's say 9 is occurring, not 9, let's say 8 is occurring 5 times, 7 is occurring 4 times, 3 is occurring 4 times, 5 is occurring once, 9 is occurring once, we have 0 occurring once, and then let's say we have, I don't know, like 2 is occurring 6 times. Yeah, what will happen? Which is the number which I'll form here? Again, I'll do this thing. Let's sort the rest of the numbers apart from ones. So I'll take the maximum value, which is 9. So 9 is something I'm interested in. Now let's pick all of these and sort them in this order. So 8, 7, 3, and 2. 8 is occurring 5. 7 is occurring 4 times. 3 is occurring 4 times. 2 is occurring 6 times. So I'll say, okay, 8 is occurring 5 times. Why don't I do this? I have several possibilities, like a lot of them. So first possibility is that, okay, I'll pick 2 8s and form this. Then I'll say, okay, let's pick 7s. Space nahi rahega yahan pe. Wait. So that's 2 8s. Then that's 2 7s. So this is done, this is done. So 8 is remaining 1, 7 is remaining 0, 3, right? So I can put 3, 3, then 3, 3. So 3 is remaining 0, 2, right? 6 times. So I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is something I can form. But there could be one more other possibility that I am going to do this. It's very common, right? To not. So by the way, this 9 could be put here as well. So this 2 ke beech mein this 9 will come in. But what if the maximum out of this here was 3, right? Not 3, but let's say it was 4, right? The maximum out of these ones were 4. So instead of putting 4 here, I'll put 8 so remaining 1. Yeah, I'll put that. So it's more like this. Let's say I have 8 occurring 5 times, and then let's say I have 7 occurring 4 times. Yes, 7 occurring 2%. And then let's say 4 is occurring once, 5 is occurring once, and then yeah, that's it. 4 is occurring once and 5 is occurring once, and let's say 6 is occurring once. So out of this, my general procedure was to pick 6, and here what I'll do is I'll pick 8, 8, then form 8, 8 like this. So 8 remaining once, 7 I'll pick, so 7, 7, 7, 7. So I have this one space left. So generally by default I'm like, okay, let's pick this the maximum value. But instead of that, I can pick this 8 ka remaining value, right? Yes, that will be maximum. So this is how I will be using this. The edge cases here now. So let's assume frequency value of this is this. Max 1 is initially negative 1. So for value for e comma value and frequency dot items, if value is equivalent to 1, then I'll say key max 1 is equal to the maximum of max 1 and key. So I got the maximum 1 occurring frequency of a thing, right? So if I store the value which is occurring once, that is maximum. Done. But not only this. Let's say 8, right? So 8 will also count as this extra 1 यहाँ पे. Now this gets reduced to 4. Hmm. Hmm. So I can say this, or I can even say key or value modulo 2 is equivalent to 0 and value is greater than equivalent to greater than 2. So if value modulo 2 is equivalent to 0 and sorry, if value I can just simply have this if my value and 1 kar dete, which means it's odd, value and 1 and can I have it? Can I have it? Can I do it? Right? So if value and 1, that's right. And here itself I can say key frequency of key minus equivalent to 1. That's it. तो उसमें अभी सारा everything is readjusted back to even numbers. This is readjusted back to zeros. This 8 was readjusted back from 5 to 4. 7 was still 4. So in my max, right now I have the 8 value. That's it. So max 1 is containing storing the value which is occurring odd number of times, but is maximum. Done. Now with respect to even ones, so I can simply say even ones is equivalent to an empty bracket, this thing, and then I can simply say key for key comma value in frequency dot items. We can simply say that if my value mod 2 is equivalent to 0 and value is not equivalent to 0, in that case I can take it. So even once dot append whatever the that my key is, and then I can sort this. So even once dot sort, but I'll sort it in reverse order. Yeah, I'll put it in space. Looks good. And then here itself I can say my largest number is a small string for value in even ones. How will I form this? Think about it. Think about it. So what's the length of the largest string which will form? That will be len, or my final length is initially 0. So I know for a fact my length will be probably the sum of all of this. So I can simply say final length is final length plus equivalent to frequency of plus equivalent to value final length, this thing. And also one more thing, that if max ones is equivalent to negative 1, then this else क्योंकि वो भी account होगा. And then I'll have a start is at 0 and end is at final length minus 1. And let's get this as something like this. Now this for range, let's have it as 0 for nine range, final length. That's it. So start is 0, end is final length -1, and then for value in even ones, I can simply say it towards the starting कितने बार आएंगे, that will be this. So I can simply say कि times कितने बार आएंगे, that will be simply frequency of that value by 2 क्योंकि even number है, right? And then I'll go in this way for I in range times times I can simply say कि largest number plus equivalent to okay. So largest number plus equivalent to largest number at start is equal to, and am I complicating this? I can just do it in a very easy way. Yeah, I'm complicating this. For value in even ones, times is, let's say, value by 2 and say largest number plus equivalent to whatever this str of value is times end of the day. If max once existed, in that case largest number plus equivalent to str of uh, max once, then end of the day I have to again say largest number. So I don't have to pick 0, right? But again 0 will make sense. We'll see that. We'll see that. So largest number plus equivalent to उसका reverse ले लेंगे, right? Versus this. Also we don't need all of these final lengths, start and then these things. We don't even need this final, this and that. We don't even this. That's it. So even once we sorted, got this number plus equivalent to, yeah, and then return largest. So this should at least be right for the very first test case. Run code. It's wrong. Okay, not supported with instance we have str and int. Okay, max ones में क्या है, -1, and then I'm saying key है, right? So key is basically what that thing. Okay, so in this case I can simply say key int of key. Done. And here as well I think so I don't need to have this, right? Or I can have it. I can have it. Right? Something. Max one is number, correct? Just this. So sort of and int of key. So this runtime name max ones is not defined. It mean max one. Okay. Max ones. I've written every single way, right? Max ones. Max ones. See. Okay, we have in max one not defined again. Line 13. Max ones. Okay, this is max ones. Have I done that mistake again? Okay, so we got a value which is not right. No. Here it's saying that 7 is occurring twice, but I took it thrice, which is wrong. So 7 में क्या problem हो गया? Let's see. Frequency of key minus equivalent to 1. then sort. Well, let's sort it for value in even ones times is value by 2 times is frequency of value by 2. We have a runtime error, key error 7. Key error 7. So I think so this should be simply for 7 is there in frequency, right? So I'm writing that. So I think so this should be SPRS value. Might be wrong, but let's see. Finished 7449447. But I think so this will be wrong for this last test case because that's the edge case, right? Yeah, 00900. So to handle that, I can simply say handling edge case. So if my largest number of 0 is equivalent to 0, in that case it's a problematic thing. So if I'm starting with that 0, right, that's a problem. Can say this. Handling edge case. How do I handle it? Let's see. So I can keep track of this thing for I in this. So I can simply say my value, then ones of I, and then for I range length ones. Um, if I is equivalent to 0 and my value turns out to be 0 as well, then I'll ignore it. Yes, I'll have to certainly ignore it. So I can simply say continue because I will not take it. So right now this might kind of work and give me 9. Yeah, that's 9. What about my example which I took here? 8 is occurring 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 is occurring 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is occurring once. Yes, 5 is occurring once. 6 is occurring once. And that's it. So this should give me something like 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8, 8, right? Don't know. Let's see. Run code. 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8, 8. Submit. It's a wrong answer. Okay, yeah. It's because of this, right? So if all of them are zeros, then how will you handle it? How will you handle it? This could be a scenario wherein I don't have anything, right? So I can just simply check here that if largest number is equivalent to empty, and by default I'll initialize this with a 0. That will make sense. Submit. Okay, we have an output of 1001 wherein expected was 1 triple zeros and 1. So triple zeros and 1 1. So 0 came in that thing. Done. 0 is thrice and 1 is twice. Let's see. So 0 is thrice and 1 is twice. Max once mein 0 becomes 2. Yes. And then max once mein it's actually 0. Yes. Which is true. Alright, so if max once is not equivalent to -1, then this will happen. So right now this 00011 should give me the proper answer. Please, should give me the proper answer. Yeah. So there's a small mistake here and there. Submit. Accepted. Took me a little time here. So it took me 20 minutes. Amount of time for binary tree to be infected. Okay. Amount of time for binary tree to be infected. Okay, let's see. We're given the root of a binary tree with unique values and an integer start at minute 0. Infection starts on the node with value start. Okay. So at minute 0, infections of the root from the node with value start. So start could be anything. Like start in this case, I guess is 3. So यहाँ से infection start होता है. Each minute a node becomes infected if the node is currently uninfected. The node is assigned to an infected node. Okay. Return the number of minutes needed for the entire tree to be infected. Done. So root is 1 5. Okay, this is the root and start is 3. So how much time it will take? Let's see the diagram. So it's like 1 3 followed by 10 and then I guess 9, right? Oh, it's 6. And then here we have 5, we have 4, we have 9, we have 2. So they are saying कि अच्छा यहाँ से infection starts. So it's more like the earthquake epicenter problem, right? Wherein the earthquake starts from here and how much time it will take to reach blah blah blah. So in this case, like each minute, right? And they are saying the number of minutes needed for the entire tree to be infected. So in the first minute mark, these will get infected. Second minute mark, this will get infected. Third minute mark, this will get infected. Fourth minute mark, this will get infected. 4 should be the answer for this. 4 is the answer. In this case, answer is 0. Okay. So what could be the process? Think about it. 3, right? 3 से 10 6 गए. Then 10 6 से कहाँ जा रहे हैं? 1. 1 से कहाँ जा रहे हैं? 5. Okay. So this could be a very classic DFS problem. Classic DFS problem wherein I'll do this. Let's say from collections import PQ, yeah, and then here itself I'll say let's say PQ. It's PQ done, and then in my queue I'll append nothing but my start node followed by what the seconds, right? Seconds. So I'll simply say my time is initially 0 because that's the time required. While queue, I can simply say my current node and current time is this and my current node is this. So I'll rename this, spend time to rename this current node. Is this spend time is this. In this case, I can simply say key that should be like q dot pop left. That's the functionality I'll do. And then here itself, I can say key if my current node dot left. Acha, this 3 could even travel up, right? So that's the problem. I don't know the root. Acha, I know the root. So I think so I need to create. Tree ka that I know. Yes. And start is also an integer. It's not a node. Okay, so I need to firstly get this thing. So I'll do something like this. I need to create parent dictionary and then I need to get the root. I need to get the start node, not the int value, because this is an int value, right? So how to get the parent dictionary? It's very simple. I say parent is equivalent to get parent, and then I'll simply say okay, let's have the root passed here. So let's create this function, define get parent, and I guess my root of the tree has been passed, which is pretty cool. And once this is done, so I can simply say the root is there, right? How do I get the parent? It's very simple. Again, do the simple process here. PQ and then Q dot append. I need to be a little faster here. Root while Q also my dictionary T is empty here. While Q current node is what? Q dot pop left, and then I can simply say if node dot left, in that case T of node dot left, take probably this node itself, and then in my queue as well I'll take this in. Again, if node dot right, in that case I'll say T of node dot right is its current node, and then also I'll take it into the queue. Done. And already I just need to return, I guess, whatever this thing is. So return, what do I need to return? I need to return the dictionary T. Also return the node now. I'll return the start node, which is initially, let's say, the root itself. So like I'm doing the same process here and again and again. So need to get the start node. So I'll just do it here itself. So this will give me parent and the start node. So my start gets a little better. So start I provided, and then here it's a start node is root. Here itself I can simply say if my node the insert keyboard inserted. So if my node dot data value is equivalent to start, in that case start node is node itself. That's it. Yeah, node dot data is start and this happens. It's my data, right? Achha, it's value, right? So I need to just simply write value. Instead of this data, I need to write value. Yeah, so I got the dictionary and the start. That's pretty good. Now I can deal with the start properly. Yeah. So if current node dot left, which means ki acha, there is something which is there. So if it's a q dot, also my time becomes um, max of time and then current time. I hope that makes sense. And then my q dot append, what will I have here? I'll have simply, I guess, my current node dot left. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. And then this should be probably current time plus one. Done. And what else do I need to do? That's it. If my current node dot right exists, in that case I'll say q dot append whatever the heck my current node dot right is, and then my current time increases by 1. But see, this is towards the left child, right child, but I also need to consider the parent child, right? So I can simply say that if my current node in parent, yes, and parent, yeah, if my current node is in parent, right, visited भी एक लेना ही पड़ेगा I guess. Set यहाँ बोल देंगे visited dot add whatever the heck my start node is, and I'll also add it here. So current node dot left, and this thing is not in visited. So I'll just add it to the visited. And it was and current node of right not visited. I'll just add it. But this should be right. So if the current node is in parent, and I can say that parent of this current node not in visited, in that case, yes, in that case I'll take it into my queue. That will be q dot append parent of whatever my current node is, and then this should be again followed by a simple current time plus 1. End of the day I have to return time if I'm not wrong. So let's run this code. Okay, we have a big error. Get parent takes one position argument but two were given, so this should be simply start. Let's run this again. Finished, answer is 4. I'll just submit it. Kind of like a similar problem done before, but let's see. Might give me TLE, not sure. Oh, we got a wrong answer. Great, I love it. Output is 4, expected was 2. So what is this tree for me? 1, 2, null, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, null, 3. Is this same one in the example or no? No, it's not the same. So 1, 2, null, 3, right? So let's see. So we have like 1, 2, null, 3, and we have null 4, 4, followed by null 5. So 1 corresponds to 2, and so 1, then 2, then nothing comes up here. I guess for 2, 3 and null will correspond if I'm not wrong. So index कैसा होता है 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. इसका first child क्या हो जाएगा 2 into 1 plus 1, that which will be 4th index. 2 into I and 2 into I plus 1 होता है, right? So 2 into 0 plus 1 is this left child, done, and then 2 into 0 plus 2 is right child, which is null, right? I'll just write it null, no problem. This is null. 2 में क्या हो जाएगा? Left child will be 2 into I plus 1, which is at 3. Okay, so 2 का left child will be 3, and right child will be 2 into 1 plus 2, which is 4. So again, this is null. Okay, and then we have I guess 4, right? Yes, we have 4. We can even start from 3, I guess. Yes, 3 में क्या हो जाएगा? 2 into 3 plus 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So इसका left child is 5. Okay, ठीक है. And then I guess ये तो हो गया. 3 का right side will exceed, which is no more there. 2 into 3 plus 2 is 9, right? What about this one, 4? Where will this 4 occur? इसका parent क्या हो गया? Parent का formula क्या था? Parent का formula क्या था? This 2 into 2, 2 into 1 plus 2. अच्छा, 2 into 1 plus fourth index भी ये हो गया, right? Fifth index का हो गया, right? 2 into 3 भी नहीं हो रहा, 2 into 2 4 plus 1. So ये null, like, is the input wrong or something? How will this tree be formed, by the way? Where am I doing wrong? Is there anything? Expected was 2. Yeah. So I'm starting from here. So it's more like in first minute all of these things get earned. And then the second minute this one gets burnt. So there's nothing as such ki 4 ka possibility will come. Okay. So 2 minutes should be the answer, right? Looking at the diagram. I'm getting 4, which is wrong. Yes, definitely. Start node is root. Q dot append root. Start node is root. Then Q dot pop left. If node dot value is equivalent to start. Okay. Then I'm saying ki start node is that node itself. And if node ka left exists, yes, then in that case, I'm saying ki okay, Q dot append node dot left. Done. That is also right. And then if node dot right exists, then parent of node dot right is node, and then Q dot append node dot right, which is also right. And the NTN start node is something I'm returning back. Q is DQ, which is fine. And then here as well Q is DQ, and then this start is start itself, which is this one. Should I just name the start node? But that will never make do a difference here. But still. So visited yeah, which makes sense. It was set and time was 0. So current node is something which I'm taking from here, and then current time is this thing itself. Then I'm saying time is maximum of all of these things. So if current node dot left. Okay, so I forgot to add this, right? So visited dot add what parent dot current node. That's what I'm thinking. Where is it going wrong? Okay, so I did not add that. So let's submit this. Okay, got accepted. Yeah, this was the only problem here that I did not take the parent of this current node into consideration. So I did not took it into the structure. That's why it was a problem. Okay, I think so. This was classic PFS. So start. So just find the kth sum of an array. Let's try this. Okay, find the kth sum of an array, right? So you are given an integer array nums and a positive integer k. Okay, you're given an integer array nums and a positive integer k. Okay. So okay, what's the constraint first of all? 10 to the power 5. So I cannot think more than n square, right? Always n or n log n. N or n log n. Sure. Or n into k. Maybe. Yeah, n into k, n into k. Okay. Return the k sum of the array. So you can choose any subsequence of the array and sum all of its elements together. Okay, so I picked subsequence of the array, which is not a sub array. We define the k sum of the array as the kth largest subsequence sum that can be obtained, not necessarily distinct. Okay, it's not probably the distinct one. K sum of the array as the kth largest subsequence sum. It's like the fifth largest or second largest subsequence sum that can be obtained. Okay. Return the k sum of the array. Beautiful. A subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting some or no elements without changing the order of the remaining elements. Note that the empty subsequence is considered to have a sum of zero. Yes. A subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting some or subsequent order of the remaining elements. So in this case, given 2, 4, minus 2, and the k value is 5. So 2, 4, minus 2, right? Kth largest, 2, 4, minus 2, 2, 4, minus 2. And saying kth largest, k is 5. What can we do? Largest will be what? Largest subsequence will be 4. Then उसके बाद क्या आ सकता है? It could be, okay, largest could be 6. 4 and 2 I take. 2 and 4 I take. This is the largest sum, 6. I simply take 4, that will give me 4. I simply take 2, that will give me 2. I take something like 4 minus 2, which is again 2, right? So I can simply take 4 comma minus 2, which is going to be 2. I can also go for, okay, this should be 4 again. Give me a second. Yes, so right now I can simply pick the entire one, 2, 4 minus 2, which will again give me 4. And then I can pick the subsequence, which is going to be something like this. I can pick 4 and minus 2, which gives me the answer 2. I can also go for simply 2, which gives me the answer 2. I can even go for, and then so on, this will continue, right? But again, let's continue. So I can even go for something like 2 minus 2, which gives me 0. And then I can simply go for a negative 2, which gives me negative 2. And I can even go for an empty subsequence, which is 0. So what's the order here? Fifth largest sum, that will be what? 1. This is the first largest, second largest, first largest is what? First largest, just kth largest, right? Smallest ever. Okay, first largest will be, I guess, first. I'll use different colors. So this is the first largest, second largest, third largest, fourth, oh my bad, fourth largest, fifth. Answer should be 2. Yeah, all possible subsequent order descending order are this thing. Yeah, 6 4 4 2 2 0 0 minus 2. That's something I got. 6 4 4 2 2. And then we have, like, where is it? 0 0 minus 2. Yes, we have this. Sure. For this one, again, there will be a lot of possibilities. So it's saying that case 16. So the 16th sum of the array is 10. This is a very good question. Very, very good question. Okay. What is the brute force approach? Brute force approach is to try all possible combinations and check if, yeah, try all possible combinations, gather all the sum. And once the sum has been gathered, I can simply say that I'll pick the kth one. Right? But in that way, the time complexity will boil down to 2 to the power of n, which is quite huge here. Okay. I can just try to, what do we say? Uh, Try to write the brute force solution first, then I'll try to optimize this. So the result is going to be solve, and then let's say I'm currently at index 0, and then index will follow, nums will follow, k will follow, and then at the end of the day I have to, like, return result. Let's have a class here. Class solve followed by self keyword, and then self dot array is going to store probably all the possibilities, right? And then define help. No, help is an inbuilt thing. So define, let's say, function f self, and then I guess idx is something I'll have, nums is something I'll have, k is something I'll have. So I know that my IDX reaches the very last spot here. In that case, I need to take the sum here with the total sum. So let's have it as, and here I can simply say this is going to be total, yeah, done. And then here itself I can say that self dot array dot append whatever the total would be, and I guess I'll just simply return back. What's the first possibility that I pick the number? In that case, that would be self dot f. I go to the next index, and then nums is as it is, k is as it is, and I guess I don't even need to pass k, right? Yeah, don't even need to pass k. And then that k is as it is, and then this is the total plus, which is nums of idx, and then let's say I don't pick the number, so I'm saying so we do not pick the number. In that case, that will be self dot f. Idx plus 1 we simply go, nums is as it is, total will be again as it is. It's a very small function, and then here itself I can say that result is let's say duplicated of that result is solve function, and then I'm saying okay, result dot f, that kind of calls that, then yeah, that calls that, and then I'm saying okay, return result dot array at, oh, this will be what, k minus 1. We have a runtime, let's see. So solve f missing 3 required positionals, blah blah blah. Okay, so this will be what, idx, then nums, and then c. My answer is 2. Let's try to run for the example test cases. Let's run code. So it's 2 and 9, which is okay. We have a 10 here, right, which is wrong. So I think so this should be okay. Which is wrong again. So मेरे यहाँ पे कहीं गलती हो रहा है. Okay. It's not working fine. Each is I'm taking it, right? So this is wrong for which test case? For this one, right? So this again. We got a 9, which is again wrong. What does the array look like? First of all, let's see for this test case. Let's get out of that. Let's see what's the array look like. That's it. Result.array. I got some. Okay, so array looks like this. Who will sort the array? I'm really a genius. Here's this thing and then some dot. Then simply this looks fine now. 10, yeah, so we'll use example test cases, run code. This should be 2 and 10. Yeah, 2 and run code. Fail, whatever. 2 and 10. If I submit this, this should give me TLE, but some test cases might have it run, right? Probably 10 to 12 test cases. 10 test cases out of 100. Yeah, time limit exceeded is fine. Let's see more details. At least 10 test cases would have passed, right? Okay, 34 test cases passed out of 110. So brute force is fine, but the time complexity is the problem, right? 2 to the power n. How do we optimize this? Can we go for, no, I cannot think of TB here because uh, is not of at all. Something to do with, let's see, 4 minus 2k is 4. How to determine that the current number is a part of the fifth largest subsequence? How do I determine that? It's the largest subsequence. So first of all, what's the first kth largest subsequence? What's the first largest subsequence? That would be probably all the positive numbers, right? All the positive numbers in the array, that will be what? The first largest subsequence. Yes. So what if I say that, let's say my array looks something like this: 4, 3, and then let's say minus 100, minus 200, and then so on it continues. So let's say this is the array. So what's my first largest? It's only the addition of the very first two numbers, that's 7. What's my second largest? That would be, just pick these two numbers and subtract the smallest value, in this case negative 100, right? Or second could be, I pick, I ignore one of these. So let's say there was 2 here, so 2, 4, 3. So largest would be what? Largest is what? First largest is 2, 4, 3 subsequence, which is giving me 9. If I want to see the second largest, I'll say, okay, let's ignore the very smallest value out of the all of these things. Yeah. So इसमें आएगा heap. Yeah, heap will come here. Something like a min or a maxi. Okay, let's try to solve this. So I'll remove this 2. When I remove this 2, I get what? What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? I'll get something like 4 and 3 remaining, which is my second largest sum I can form. If I remove 3, I'll get the third largest sum I can form. But again, this is boiling down to this. Okay. Second largest मैं क्या बना सकता हूँ? What if I remove 2? So I get 4 and 3. So that's 7. Third largest could be, instead of removing 2, I remove 3. So I get 2 and 4, which is 6. हाँ यहाँ पे दिख रहा है क्या? Okay. And then let's say fourth largest would be, instead of removing, first I remove 2, first then I remove 3. Instead of removing 2, 3, I remove 4. I'll get 2 and 3, which is 5. Fifth largest क्या होगा? Fifth largest would be simply. I've considered all the possibilities here. Hence, fifth largest would be simply 4, and then simply 4, picking 4. Sixth largest would be simply picking 3, and then seventh largest would be simply picking 2. So I know at least till 7, from first largest to seventh largest, मैं positive numbers में deal हो गया. So I don't even need to go to the negative number section. Yes. Okay. So how many subsequences I know? कि let's say I have a bunch of positive numbers and a bunch of negative numbers. So let's say k का value दे दिया है. Let's say positive numbers are 3 in count. K का value दे दिया है 5. So how do I know this fifth answer will only consist of positive numbers? How many subsequences can I form with numbers, three numbers? I can form 2 to the power 3 minus 1, which is 7 subsequences. In this case, it's this itself. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 subsequences I can form. I guess with 3 numbers itself. So if my k value is in between positive numbers का value, then in that case I'll ignore all the negative values. उसी में आंसर एग्जिस्ट करता है. हाँ. So let's say मेरे को बोल दिया k is equal to 4 है. How to determine कि 2 4 3 से answer is 2 3. Let's say 2 4 3 is the number given to me. k बोल दिया 4 है. I know 2 and 3 answer है इसका, which is 5. How to determine कि 2 and 3 ही आएगा इसमें? I know by default 2 4 3 आता था. Let's treat this as a mini. So let's say 2 3 and 4 mini, right? 2 3 and 4. अब क्या कर सकते हैं? 2 3 and 4, right? mathematics be involved, I guess. So they don't want the order, right? I can simply give the sum. And it's my ordering way, I think so it hardly matters. 243 is same as 234. I'll pick in that way, right? If I ignore 3, I think so we cannot pick 4. It's the same thing, right? Hmm. So I know कि if I take the entire one, so 2, 3, 4 लिख देते हैं. Let's say 2, 3, 4. If I take the entire, that's the first. If I ignore the smallest value, that's the second thing, right? If I ignore the second smallest value, that's the third subsequence which is getting formed. So if I take all of them, that becomes 5, 4, 9, Samara. If I ignore the second one, that will be becoming 7. If I ignore the third one, that will become 6. If I ignore the fourth one, that will become 5. Okay. यहाँ पे ignore कर लें, right? And we are going to be left with, I guess, simply taking something like 4, 3, and then 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subsequences. What about this thing? Let's say I had numbers 3, 5, 7, and then 9. So in this case, we will form 15 subsequences because that's 2 to the power 4 minus 1. Yes. So how do I form this? Let's see. It's a little big task. Let's see. First, में क्या करेंगे? I'll take every number. So that's 3, 5, 7, 9, which will give me some sum, right? In this case, that's 8, 7, 15. 15 and 9 is 24. Second में क्या करेंगे? I'll ignore the 3 value, which will give me 5, 7, 9 का sum, which is how much? Which is how much? How much? How much? Hmm, 12, 9 is 21, right? Third में I'll ignore 5, which will give me 19. Fourth में I'll ignore 7, which will give me 17. Fifth में I'll ignore 9, which will give me 15. Now sixth में I can ignore 3 and 5. First two largest, smallest value, which will give me 9, 7 is 16. Oh, okay, okay. So if I ignore 9, I got 15, which is from 16 should come up here, right? Hmm. I have to look at discuss here. Heap. I kind of knew कि heap लगेगा, but still, how are they doing with heap? I just need to see that priority queue. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'll call you in a moment. Okay. Okay. we start from the sum of all positive numbers in nums. Which is the largest one? Say n. Yes. So in this case, let's say it's 2, 3, 4, and then negative 5, right? Let's assume negative 10. So we start with the sum of all positive numbers in nums. Yeah, num set. So we start with 3, 4, 7, right? So that's 3, 5, 4, 9. We start with 9. We start with 9. Saying to proceed, we subtract absolute values from n. To proceed, we subtract absolute values from n. Okay. If the number is positive, this is equivalent to removing the number from the subsequent sum. If the number is negative, this is equivalent to adding the number to the subsequent sum. Okay. So if the number is positive, this is equivalent to removing the number from the sum. What is m, by the way? So now switch to the largest one. Say m. So this is like n. So m is 9. M is 9. Let's quickly write this. M is 9. M is 9. Now, to proceed with this one, if the number is positive, this is equivalent to removing the number from the subsequent sum. To if the number is negative, this is equivalent to adding the number to the subsequent sum. क्योंकि absolute values में add करो. Okay. To enumerate all possibilities, we generate a tree path to cover different combinations. This can be done by repeatedly generating two branches at each point. With one always include a value at a given index I, and the other always exclude the value, right? So like this is including the value and excluding the value, including the value, excluding the value. Same thing, right? The recursion idea. So pick the number or else do not pick the number. But they are doing it with the help of priority queue. To enumerate all this, here I use a priority queue to control the size of the terminal explode. Okay. So n log n, I guess, because of sorting. But let's see. And then k log k. Okay. Space complexity being big O of n plus k. Okay. M is sum of x for x in nums if x is greater than 0. So I'm taking the sum of all the positive values. Priority q है negative m of 0, which is because this is because I'm taking a max heap, right? Yeah, I'm taking a max heap. That's why negative m is being put forward. Now I'm sorting the vals. So vals is sorted of absolute x. Okay, so I'm taking the absolute value of the integers in nums and then sorting it based on that. Sorted. So what will this look like? If I sort this, this will look like 2, 3, 4 and negative 10 itself, right? Yeah, this will look something like this. 100% sure. Okay, then for underscore range k, which is this thing itself. Xi, which is saying that, okay, the current sum is x and the I is the index, which makes sense. I'm saying if I is less than the length of val, okay, he push probably this value in the priority queue, push in x plus value of I and the index I plus 1. Okay, this is a little over my head. So I'll try something else. Let's say this one. Given n can be as large as 10 to the power 5, the time to resolve this problem has to be no worse than log linear. Yes. This problem is dealing with subsequences but not subarrays, indicating we can shuffle the order of the original array example by sorting it. Yes. Given this, indicating we need to be clever when dealing with positive negative indices. Given we need to return the kth largest subsequent sum, indicating we can use a min heap to store the possible results. Something I predicted, right? That's it. Yeah, min heap and max heap. Okay, anyways. Given we need to return the kth largest subsequent sum, indicating we can use a min heap to store the possible results. Okay. What if while going in that way, acha, that solution was also making sense, right? This one. So M is essentially like, M is essentially what? The very first, yeah, 0 means M is the 0th kth largest value, right? 0, K is 0. It's the time now. Okay, give me 1 second. So it's saying ki M, which is the largest value, is the kth largest value, so it's 0th one, right? Then, okay, only 5 times I loop. Okay, whenever I loop 5 times, I'm like, values में क्या करना है? Values of I. Not even sorting nums, right? Or is nums sorted by the way? I think so. Nums is sorted, which is values itself. Yes. Then in that case, I'm saying ki if I is less than length of values. That is very true. Yes. So k could be simply 10, but array's length could be 4. Yeah, that makes sense. So in the heap queue, I'll push in the value. In this case, that will be x plus values of I. Yes. And then I plus 1 because our similar thing I did in the tree problem. Then say ki if I, then heap push, try to give me what I'll push. I'll push in x minus x plus values of I is there, but x minus of value of I minus 1. Why am I doing this line? I understand this one, but I'm not understanding this line. Ki, why am I pushing in this? Is there an explanation for this? Yes, so let's say the maximum sum is 10, the values are 136. You have taken 10 now. So now first possibility is 10 minus 1, which is 9. In next, there will be two possibilities with value 3. I either take value 3 or I don't take this value 3. So let's say I'm at 10 and the index is 0. So 136 was the array and I was up here, right? I was up here. So in this case, what can I say? I can say that, okay, if I go for this, if I take this, which means I'm subtracting, so the first branch which forms is 9, but I'm at index 1. Now with 3, I have the option key. I'll take 3, so this becomes 6 and 2, but I have the option to not even take that. So इस index पे क्या था? Index was 1, right? So right now index is what? 2, right? Index is 2. So the formula goes like this. क्या था? Vals of I minus 1. So I minus 1 क्या हो गया? 1. Okay, so I'm not taking this right now. And it's simply x was what? 9 minus vals of I is 1 plus 3, that will be 8 plus 3 is 11, which is kind of too far away. Acha, 9 है यहाँ पे, right? X plus vals of I. So initially what will happen? 10 minus 10 plus whatever this 9 1 is, so this will become minus 9, and then 1 will be there in the priority queue. Minus 9 and 1 will be there in the priority queue, followed by negative 10 and 0. Next step 136 में 0 has been done. First index पे क्या हो जाएगा? 3 है, right? So in this case, okay, so this is not that based. So currently I is what? 1, done, and x is what? Negative 9. So what will I push in? I'll push in this thing, x plus values of I. In this case, that's 3. So negative 9 plus 3 is what? Negative 6. So I push in negative 6 with value 2, and then if I, which says yeah, I is there, so in that case I can push in something like negative I minus values of I minus 1, which is 1, plus 3. So this becomes negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. So I'm also putting in negative 7 with 2. What is negative 7? It's simply that at 10 I took 1. Yeah. At 10 if I remove 1 and 3 I get 6. But at 10 if I only remove 3 and not 1, I'll get 7. Negative 7. Okay. Acha, okay. And then end of the day, what is he doing? He is simply returning the value negative x, which is going to be the utmost last value after k operations. So I can kind of implement this in my code now. Import heap queue. Heap queue has been imported, right? Instead of something like array, I can simply say, let's say this is my heap. Yeah, this is my heap, which is currently empty. And instead of doing array.append and all of those things, I can simply say I'll keep a counter k here. Let's say I'll initialize this with the value, right? Result.initialize with the value nums is something I have to sort, right? So what does that absolute of thing, absolute value means? So firstly, I'll say key my max term can be simply a sum of I for I in nums if I is greater than 0, right? Because if the value is greater than 0, that's how it is value. Value is greater than 0, then I'll take it. This is my maximum, right? So initialize I'll put in maximum. That's it. So let's create this initialize function here. Define initialize self, and then let's say my maximum comes up here. I'll simply say leetq dot lead push in my heap, just like uh, my heap, which is like self dot heap. I'll put in what I'll put in this thing, right? So I'll put in my negative of maximum followed by the index 0. So this 0 kind of indicates, let's say 0 indicates 0 indicates that indicates that this is the first largest, well, first largest subsequent sum, right? First largest subsequence sum. Yeah. Hypothetically, this should be 1, but this is 0 because we are dealing in indexing. Yeah, heap has been initialized, right? Now, uh, my the value nums here should be a little changed here. Okay, let me do a little map here. Mhm. Changing that as well. Great. So I can say that my nums uh, for I in range length of nums, I can say nums of I is absolute of num for I, and then I'll say num dot sort. Pretty simple. Yeah, just come in a moment. Okay. The sorting process is kind of making this a little faster. So let's look into this thing later on. Let's results dot f, and I think so. This should be k if I'm not wrong or mistaken. IDX should no more be there. Nums is as it is. Yeah, nums will make a lot of sense. By chance, if my k value is equivalent to 0, it means I've reached the end. In that case, I guess I just simply need to say return. So I cannot go beyond k, right? So k is equal to 0, simply. Yeah. And at every single step, I'll increase k. Whenever I take, simply increase k, and so on. And heap is something I can pass here as well, right? I can definitely pass heap. So let's say my heap is here itself. So heap of 0 is something we generally say, right? So I'll say key my current value and index idx is probably self dot heap of 0. So in this case, I can probably say that if my index is uh, beyond, yeah, if it's my index is beyond or greater than equivalent to the index of nums, in that case, I'm saying, okay, return back, you don't need to do anything else, proceed. Yes. And this thing will be a little bit similar, but let's have the changes. So this could be very simple that I can pick the number, right? Current number, I can pick it. So if I pick the current number, that will be what? That will be very simple. Uh, by default, I'll put it in. So self dot heap. The insertion thing is heap new dot heap push. It's triple P, and then self dot heap will be provided. I guess followed by the value. The value here will be nothing but value plus nums of whatever the heck my IDX is. Followed by what will be the index, it will be IDX plus 1. Done. And I also think that initialize में ना I need to kind of return the head. So that would give me h is equivalent to result.initialize this thing, and then here itself I can pass in the heap as h, and here we can say that h. So यहाँ पे simply we can say h of 0. Don't need to stress on the keyword self over and over again. Done. And then push simply in h I push this value. Done. Index plus 1. And then I'll pass the value h as well. Because I can simply go for the recursive approach as they have done. So this has been done. Some let's get rid of this. This is fine. Nums dot sort is also fine. Here itself I can simply say heap empty. q dot push. In my heap, I'll push in negative of maximum and the index which is 0. So yes, again the 0 initializes key. This is the first largest value. Nums has been sorted. Done. What else needs to be done? This is not needed. Index is also not needed. Now I simply need to go in this fashion. So for I in range k, so I just simply need to go k times, because kth largest number, right? I'm starting from the largest value. So in this case, what's my current value and the index I'm at? That's going to be heap q, or it's going to be simply heap of 0. That's it. Now I'll say if my index is not equivalent to 0, in that case, what I'll do, I have, in this case, I have the benefit of putting in both the values. Push heap.push in my heap. What I'll push in the value. In this case, there are two things that I'll take the nums of idx, or I have the option to not take the nums of idx. So in this case, if I take it, that will be simply value plus nums of idx, and then index will also increase, because this says that okay, this could be one of the possible answers for second largest number. Yes. If I don't take it, then we saw the trick there that heap name simply will do value plus nums of idx. So it's more like you take this number or not take the previous values, not nums of idx, not take the previous values. So one is ki acha take the number, and simply this is like not take the previous values. So I remove the previous value, which is nums of idx minus 1, previous value, right? And every time this will continue, which is completely fine. And then this will again go on to idx plus. Else, I can simply say heap q. I have only option take the current number, that we heap q dot push. In the heap, I'll put in the value. In this case, that should be value plus nums at idx, I guess followed by idx plus 1, and that should do fine. End of the day, I have to return negative value, because we have taken the negative value by default at the beginning. Again, this might be wrong here and there, but let's see. So idx I cannot proceed, by the way. So if my idx is greater than equivalent to the length of nums, in that case I won't be able to proceed. Let's continue. Let's continue in that case. Run the code. We got 6 and 20, which is absolutely wrong. So value, right? So initially what will be the value? Variable negative of maximum. So we're getting 620. The answer is 2 and 10. Let's see. Nums though I have sorted, right? It's not a problem. If the current index is out of bounds, then I simply continue. I think so. We have to remove, no? To remove that. Heap queue was not a root heap push. This one. 2 and 10, which is right. Let's submit this. It's accepted. But the thing here is it's a very, very beautiful problem. Like, it's a good problem. So, So in this case, what we are doing is key, instead of having something like all trying all possibilities, we are taking heap and we are just only going k times. So not exceeding the landmark. And what's helping here is that the nums is sorted. How will this work? Let's see. So 2, 3, 7, and 10 is there. So current sum is what? 5, 7, 12, 22, right? Minus 22. Zeroth index ka ye value, right? Then when I'm here, I have the option to simply take it. That will be minus 20, but at the first index. Now here I have the option. I'm at 3, so I have the option to take it or to not take it. If I take it, that will be minus 20 plus 3 is minus 17, and at the second index. But here I can say my I value is what? My I value is what? 1. So the formula goes like this. I say negative 20 plus 3, but minus the previous value, which is 2. This becomes 1, this becomes 19, right? Yeah, this becomes negative 19, and I'm still at the second index. So this means that negative 22, but I only took 3, so hence 19. I'm not taking 2. Okay, what about 7? So I am at this value 7. What will happen at this landmark 17? So this will become minus 10 and 3, and then it's saying ki I is 2. So it will become minus 17 plus 7 minus the previous value, which is 3. Which is 3, right? Which is 3. So this will become 4 and this will become negative 13. So this becomes negative 13 comma 3. So what is negative 13 denoting here? It's denoting that from negative 22, negative 13, what is it denoting? Let's see. It's denoting that from 22 I'm removing 2 and 7, hence negative 13. Okay, okay, okay. So in this way it's trying all possibilities. It's a good way. But in fact, bookmark this, save, and then try to open up a notepad, save this code here. It's a very good one. To try all possibilities. 8 times we do this. Okay. We save this as, let's say, desktop, and then I'm saying that okay, all possibilities 8 times, and we are good to save. Okay. So let's close this. We are good to go. Let's close this.